What's up, everyone? Noah Walker here with my video series Accumulated Knowledge for Team Cardhoarder. Here we are in a Legacy League with Grixis Delver. We're on the draw in our second match. This hand is pretty good. Definitely a little worse against Turn 1 Eldrazi Temple, but Death Ratch Shaman's still really good. Force of Will is great, and the Bolt might actually end up getting some play too, so definitely not a bad hand. Disc Ball Therapy could end up doing a lot of work too. So yeah, I'll probably play something big and scary this turn. We Force of Will it. Next turn we Brainstorm. Look for something nice to therapy with. Hopefully we just draw like Young Pyromancer or Probe immediately. That would be insane. Alright. It's fine that we didn't. Just Brainstorm. Ooh, we found them both off of that though, which is really great. Don't want either of those, so I'm just gonna crack this now. Grab a Volk. Pay 2 life. Probe. All is dust. So we can't play that big of an endless one. The all is dust doesn't matter. So really here it's, I guess he could play a 6/6 endless one. So I could therapy the Dismember away, which I think is what I'm gonna do. Then he'll play like whatever 6/6 endless one. We play Young Pyromancer, bolt him, flashback therapy on the Matter Reshaper, leave him with all his dust and only 4 sources. So let me hit Dismember with this, or do I just take? So if we take endless one, then he plays Matter Reshaper, Dismember. Yeah, I'm gonna take Dismember. Dismember, where art thou? You're in the dis. Dismember. Alternatively, I could flash it back now and hit the endless one and then just leave him with basically nothing. Chalice on 1 off the top. That's pretty good. I guess I have to bolt in response. Then like draw a blue card next turn and we're fine. But we actually kind of need a blue card. Reshaper's okay. So his hand is all his dust, endless one. Another bolt, you say? Perfect. As in, it does nothing. Yeah, any blue card would have been a really good draw there. Ugh, especially with this attack from Matter Reshaper, it's like, if on the way back I just have Force, your 4-drop, get a 1/1, attack you for 3, have Death Ratch Shaman up, like, they have to stop attacking with Matter Reshaper. We're super far ahead in the damage race. Yeah, they have to play 3/3 on this one to play around days, but it just sucks. And there we draw the days. Yeah, I'm just gonna take some damage here. I think the only way that we're really gonna win this game is by starting to actually apply pressure to them, so. I'm gonna bolt. Force pitch days. Use the death right to eat dismember. Now what we're really looking for is either a True Name Nemesis or a Gurmag Angler. Both of those cards would be really good. Dismember, also not bad. Okay, so here, I'm actually just gonna eat the City of Traders for a black, and then dismember the Endless one. And then I think I'm gonna chump block. I could double block, but I think that they actually kind of want the Matter Shaper to die because they have stuff in their hand that they want to cast that costs more. Like, I guess this play gets kind of punished, yeah, if you had like a play there, but ooh, that's a sick draw too. Kill your temple. Attack for 4. Then I'm going to cast like a Ball Therapy, sacking an Elemental, just to untap an Elemental basically this turn. Yeah, I mean, there's no reason to block this Matter Shaper. Ooh, we got there through the top deck Chalice on one. That was sweet. Yeah, so like a lot of people always like telling me that they think this matchup is really tough for them. They're like, oh, like how do you ever beat Eldrazi? Like, you can never beat Eldrazi. And I definitely understand that Eldrazi can be a tough matchup because they have a lot of cards that are super powerful against you. Like, Thought Seer is really good, Chalice on 1 is really good, Cavern of Souls is really good, but their deck also just like kind of folds pretty easily sometimes. Like, they go all in to play this big spell, and then if you have a counter spell and a Wasteland, then they're not doing anything anymore. And also sometimes if you can get a turn 1 Delver and then they like take a lot of damage from their Ancient Tombs or whatever, you Wasteland one of their important lands, then they're low on mana sources again, you can get a Daze or a Force off, then you're just back in the game. So I actually feel like this matchup, even though a lot of people seem to tell me they can never beat it because Chalice is such a good card, and Thought is such a good card, Reality Smasher is such a good card. I think there's definitely some place to match up in, and you can definitely win. But like, not just gonna throw some anecdotal evidence out there because I just beat them at like 2 life or whatever, but it's definitely a matchup that's possible to win. But we beat them at 2 life through a Chalice on 1, but we had some good draws, but it was a good match. Sorry, it was a good game. Let's move on to game 2. Here is where the Baleful Strixes shine. I actually think Fire Covenant is something that's pretty powerful in this matchup because they often play an early 2-1 and then like a 5-5 or a 4-4, and if you can get 2 cards with it ever, then it's basically like a dismember that you're splitting up. So it's really powerful. EE also great. It hits Chalice. It hits Endless One. One of the main reasons I added this card to the deck was for this matchup. Grudge also good. The extra therapy I like, and Click is also powerful. Out comes the Dazes. We have to keep running out of time for this sideboarding. I'm going to shave the Spell Pierce. I'm going to shave a couple Lightning Bolts. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that's 7 out, and in comes 7. I think the Force Wheels are still really good. On the draw, it's hard to justify Daze at all. Yeah. Therapy's really good in this matchup. Click has also been really good for me. But yeah, it's mostly just therapy-centric. Force of Will's okay because it counters because it counters Chalice. Gurmag Angler, best card. Submit. This hand's really good. It's slightly weak to Chalice, so I think I'm going to play at least one of the probes just to see what's going on. Leyline. Okay. I guess Leyline is pretty good. It's good against Deathrite Shaman, and it's also Doom City of Traders, some big dudes. That's kind of annoying. So this turn we have to play the Deathrite Shaman, and we don't get to trade either because they're gonna play Matter Reshaper. It'll be a 3/2. We're gonna take 3 down to 14. Then next turn we're gonna play the Baleful Strix, unless we draw like what's it called? Unless we draw a Wasteland. Actually, even if we draw Wasteland, we can play Baleful Strix. Wasteland would be an insane draw. Okay, yeah, now they have the Caverns, so we can't even get off the no, they have Cavern, so we can't like counter anything with the Force. But Therapy's still a great draw. Wasteland's still a really good draw. Ooh, it's a Wasteland. So we know all the cards in their hand. And we actually just have, or I guess we don't know all the cards, right? Oh yeah, we do. It's the 2 lands that add 2, the City, and the Ancient Tomb, and it's the Smasher. So they still have Smasher with 2 more lands, but we don't have any. We can actually, we can't get the Smasher if we Wasteland them. Like, we can't get the Smasher with a click if we use the Wasteland, but if we don't use the Wasteland, then they can play the Smasher anyways. So I think that we have to Wasteland then play Baleful Strix. I kind of want to probe, but it's also kind of just a waste of 2 life if we draw PZ, so I think I'm going to save it. We could kill the Eye, but I think Cavern of Souls is more powerful. Strix. Ooh, Dismember's great. Yeah, I'm just going to take this hit, even though it's kind of a lot of damage. So here I'm kind of leaning towards playing the Volcanic Island, dismembering something, then trading with the Strix. Then we have Click, Ponder. The extra death rate doesn't really do anything. But I'm just going to play this and pass. We could cast Ponder, but that's basically costing us 2 life. I think it's important still to try to say it. A reasonable life total. So I was just going to snap, discard the Deathrite Shaman to the Reality Smasher. But I think that it might be better to discard, like, I guess the only other card we can really discard is Probe. Because, like, here I suppose I could block Baleful Strix on Reality Smasher. Dismember. Oh no, that's way too much damage. Yeah, I'm just going to dismember the Smasher. Oh, discard a card for Smasher. So, yeah, I mean, it's either, like, I'm going to block the Mimic with this Strix. I don't think I can actually discard the Deathrite Shaman. I'm going to discard it's either the Probe or the Flooded Strand. The Strand lets me cast the Click, though, so I think I'm just going to discard the Probe. This block feels bad, but I think I have to make it. Go to 4, that's fine. Ooh. And now we get to do all these things. Deathrite Shaman. Delver of Secrets. And then Strand Bass. Because I kind of want to eat one of his guys with the Deathrite Shaman. And then have the other one active to be able to be eating stuff too. But the real question is that more important than digging for cards with Ponder right now? And I think the answer is yes. I just want to get as much value as I can out of these cards. So yeah, gonna block with these. So I probably should have cracked the Strand on my turn, just in case they had the removal spell there, because then I wouldn't have actually been able to do the play that I wanted to do right here. Warping Whale. Okay. Warping Whale's powerful. Oblivion Sower. Huh. A wasteland and some fetch lands from the top of my deck. It's definitely a powerful card right here. One floating, uses the other one, probably going to Warping Wail the Delver. Says Warping Wail the Deathrite Shaman. That makes sense too. Deathrite Shaman is the only card keeping me alive, really. Alright, Delver. Volk. That will not flip. Ponder. Gurmag would be good, but it's bad right now. Ponder doesn't really do anything. So I'm going to shuffle. Alright, Brainstorm's okay. What we really need to find is a Young Pyromancer. I'm actually going to play Click right now. I probably should have played it on their draw step. It's like a cool thing to have Click that they don't know about, but it doesn't really do anything, so. They have Ratchet Bomb and Chalice. I'm going to take away the Chalice. That card's not very beatable. And then I'm going to block. So we're not dead yet. It's not looking good, but we are not dead yet. We really need to draw Young Pyromancer right now, though. Oh, wow. So Urborg's actually insane draw here, because now they can activate Ivugan and just find a creature. And that I don't think is something that we can beat. Oblivion Sower Urborg is sick, because then it doesn't really matter what lands you get. I too, of course, but I don't think this game is very winnable anymore. Alright, Lugan, get the Thoughtknots here. Wow, they can even play the Thoughtknots here. Pick apart my hand. Alright, you got me. Well, yeah, that game was much more one-sided. I actually think that Leyline was really powerful that game. Most of the time I look at the Leylines my opponent bring in, I'm like, why'd you bring that in this matchup? Didn't seem that great. Yeah, but that one really was very good against me. So it's possible the card is slightly better in this matchup than I think it is. So now that we are on the play, I think that Lightning Bolt is actually not great. A lot of the time I keep in Lightning Bolts just because it can kill them, but I think that counterspells might be okay, and that Lightning Bolt is not great. We didn't actually draw a Bolt that game, I don't think. But most of the creatures that it kills, not that relevant for it to kill. I'd much rather just have better cards. Daze is, hard to say that Daze is a better card than Lightning Bolt, especially in a matchup where your opponent plays cards like that give them extra mana, but I think that Daze is still okay. On the play especially. I keep in some number of Daze against almost every deck, so definitely fine keeping some in here too. Yes, I would like to play. This hand has 0 lands, so I'm going to mulligan. This hand's much better than the other one. Wasteland is great, Delver is great, counterspells are really good. Another Delver I'm fine to keep on top. Most cards there I say I probably would not keep, but unless they flip Delver, of course. Chalice on one. So normally that's a card that I snap Force of Will. It's like I don't even really consider it. But we have our best answer to Chalice on one, which is EE in our hand. So I think I'm actually fine with the Chalice. And I'm just gonna not flip the Delver. Attack. I kind of want to just get off the EE. So I think I'm gonna. This play is much worse against Endless One because it lets them know that we have the EE and that we're ready to pop it, but I think I'm fine with that. Mimic is totally fine with me. So yeah, now we crack the EE. Hopefully flip this Delver. With a Dismember to boot. Happily Wasteland this Temple. Keeping him on Ancient Tomb because this is like the worst land ever. Does virtually nothing in this matchup. Makes them take a lot of damage. And makes their spells like a little bit faster. Just kills them faster for the most part. Now we're in a great spot with Force of Will and Dismember. And if they use Ancient Tomb anymore and then the Delver flips, then we can just have them on a 2-turn clock. So I kind of want to brainstorm in response to this Delver. It feels kind of bad because we're getting rid of the blue card that was already in our hand, but we actually just got super lucky, so it doesn't really matter. We got the blue card back. We got a Dismember back. We found a Wasteland. So yeah, now basically they have a land they can't use against 2 Delvers and a Force of Will. I guess they don't know we have Force of Will, but Ancient Tomb is always a trap against the Wasteland decks. I definitely got a little lucky with having 2 Wastelands and the EE. Like, actually, just my cards lined up perfectly this game. Just all of them. Bash for 6. Doesn't even seem like my opponent can really, like, even if they had Dismember in their hand, they can't cast it on one of the Delvers because it costs 4 to cast and then you're dead if they have Counterspell. So this could be a Ratchet Bomb, but that wouldn't even do anything actually. Because Delver cost 1 now when it's flipped. And if they plays Ratchet Bomb and they do die, then Moto Bugs galore. Hey, we won. So yeah, I think that our hand ended up being really, really strong, especially for Mulligan to 6. Delver and Wasteland are 2 of the best cards in this matchup by far, and we had plenty of them. So yeah, I think that's really the key to winning this matchup. And basically, something happened that I was talking about. They had the Ancient Tomb, and they had to use it. It cost them life. Ended up being able to race them with the Delver, Wasteland any of their other lands, and they can't use the Ancient Tomb. Like, that's basically my general strategy for this matchup in general. But that game, it just played out to be what I was talking about before. So, yeah. Hopefully the rest of the matches go smooth.